What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very short episode here on the platform. What I want to do in this episode is actually walk you through the brand new Bonsai app that was put together by the guys at Bonsai Empire. This is called the Bonsai Care App, and the folks at Bonsai Empire reached out to me to do kind of a review of the app and talk about the things that I think are really good with it, maybe give them some feedback about what I think could be improved with the app, and whether or not I would recommend it to you guys here on the platform. So what I want to do is actually walk you through the process of going into the app, all the features that are in there, and then we'll come to a conclusion towards the end of this video. So before we dive into this, I just want to say that Bonsai Empire did reach out to me. They are not paying me to make this. They don't get to see this video before I put it up on the platform here. So these are going to be my unbiased opinions about it. I will say, and many of you guys know this, I've done business with Bonsai Empire in the past. They do have a platform with some of my videos on there as well. We did like a beginner, intermediate, and advanced course with them. So those are still certainly on there, but I'm not getting paid to make this video. So I can say pretty much whatever I want about this. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this video and this walkthrough here, and we'll see kind of what we think about the app towards the end of this episode. So if you download the app, you can go to your app store, type in the Bonsai Care app, and then you can download it from the app store there. They've got it for iPhone and Android, of course. So you go into your phone, you open up the app. Once you open up the app, it's going to bring you to the main screen here, which we're going to walk through this whole thing here and kind of explain what's going on. So I have the free version of the app on my phone right now, but there is a pro version, and we're going to talk about some of the differences between the two if you do want to go into the paid for version, but the free version is actually really cool. So if you look at the very top of the screen here, it says collection, right? Then you've got a little search bar. So if you want to search within your own collection, you can certainly do that once you start uploading things. And then off to the far right side here, we've got this little settings dial. You click on that and it brings up all of these options here. So with the app settings here, you can set this up with your own language. You can enable or disable notifications. I would recommend that you enable the notifications on here so that you can actually get the updates on here as you add your own trees in. And I'll explain what that means a little more here in a minute. Right, but as you move down, you can set the hemisphere here as well. So you've got northern, southern, and tropics, which is great because timing obviously is going to be completely different if you live in Australia versus the United States, right? And then you can set up reminder times as well if you want the app to send you reminders for watering, fertilization, all of that kind of stuff in the morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your own personal schedule. All right, you've got the My Account section here as well. So you can see here, you put your name in, your email address in as well. And then the About Me section here, you've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So we'll put advanced in. How's that? And then you've got your current plan and all that kind of stuff, right? So again, I've got mine as free for the time being. Okay, and then speaking of the paid for options, you click on the plans here. They've got what's called a pro monthly and a pro yearly. So it's the same thing. It's just a pro account. One is you just pay per month, and then the pro yearly is that you get a discounted rate by joining for an entire year up front. Mine is set up in yen because obviously I'm in Japan right now, but I'll put the US dollar amount below here so you guys can see exactly what this costs. Super cheap to join, and I will probably, depending on how this review goes, join the pro yearly plan after this because I've been looking for a way to kind of keep my trees in check as we buy new plants for Eisei and Kyoto here in Japan. Right, and then they've got all the rest of the normal stuff on here that you can check out if you'd like. All right, so if we close out of that, I'll come back to the main screen here. You can see we've got this little blinking or vibrating plus sign here. It says start by adding your first tree. Right, so if we click on that, it pulls up this form right here that says add a bonsai. So there's two ways that you can do that. You've got the identify in 3 steps. So let's say you're not exactly sure what species you're dealing with. You can click on that and it'll walk you through how to select your tree, or you can search with the tree species if you do know the tree that you're working on. So we'll click on the identify in 3 steps here just to start out with. So you can pick the category here, broadleaf evergreen, deciduous, pines, and conifers. So let's say it's a pine or a conifer. You click on that, then you can select the leaf type. So you've got elongating growth pattern, so like scale-like leaves it says, whorled growth pattern, which would be needles, for example, and then deciduous conifers, which are going to be things like larch, for example. All right, so we'll click on the elongating growth pattern here, right? And then it'll pull up the species options that are on here, and you can even add a custom species if it's not one that's listed in the main category here. But I'm going to go ahead and upload a juniper to the app, right? So if you click on this, it just gives you a little bit of information about what a juniper is or should look like. It gives you a couple of photos here, and then you can select that, right? And you can name your tree. So I'm going to upload an Itoigawa, and we'll call it Itoigawa, let's see here, number 1. Okay. All right, I'm going to click next, right? And then here you can select the different reminders that you want the app to send you related to this specific tree. So if you need to be reminded about when to water your plant, you can certainly turn that on. You can do monthly fertilization as well. You can click on the pruning as well, repotting, and then seasonal photos. If you want to upload a photo, per season, it'll remind you and say, oh, it's time in the fall to, upload a photo at this time of year. All right, so we'll go ahead and turn all these on just for the sake of this little demonstration here. All right, click next. And then we can go in and actually add our photo. So you can either choose the photo icon on the left and take a brand new photo of the tree with your phone, or if you've got photos that are already loaded, you can do that. All right, so we're going to load in this juniper right here. It allows you to crop this as well, which is really cool. So if you want to take a screenshot of something and then crop it down so it looks clean, you can do that. All right, we'll go ahead and upload this photo on here. All right, so we've got our main photo, and then we can click on next. And it's going to take us to the next screen here, which is going to allow us to put some more information in here. All right, so what we're doing here with the free version is we've got our collection here. And with the free version, you only get to put in one collection, right? Which for most people is fine because you're not like managing, say, multiple collections because you're a hobbyist, for example. You just have your own trees. But if you happen to be a professional or something like that, and you want to do the pro version of the app, or if you're someone who helps your friends out, for example, working on their collections, you could have separate collections within this app if you join the pay for version, right? So for someone like me as a traveling professional, or at least in the past as a traveling professional, this would have been a really cool app to have had back in those days, to be able to kind of keep track of what I did on those separate collections at different times throughout the year. But in any case, what we'll do here, I want to click on our juniper here, right? And it takes you to this really cool page here, which is, super stylized, which I really like. It's got the sort of half moon shape with a tree in the photo at the very top, right? But you can come a little bit further down here. It's going to tell you, your water check, you've got it set up for daily, and it's going to give you the next reminder. Same thing with fertilization. It's going to give you the next reminder on here, pruning, repotting, adding photographs, for example, and then the winter prep, right? We scroll a little bit further down here. You've got the tree info, so when you added the tree. And then if you want to add additional photos of the plant, right, you can click on the photos there, and then you come down here and add more photos with the camera button, for example, right? So let's see here. I'm going to click on this, and then you can also add photos from your gallery. So I'm going to go ahead and add a before photo and a close-up photo of the tree here. All right, so you can keep track of all of this. And you can add photos, each time you work on a new tree. You can throw it up into the app here, so you have the entire back history of the plant as you worked on it during the course of the years. That way you can sort of really trace what's been done to it and its progress, right? And you scroll down here, and now you've got all the photos loaded in here, and you can scroll through them, which is super cool, right? And this app is very fast, very intuitive, like super simple to use, at least so far in my testing here. All right, and then if we click on the reminders in the history, all right, this is where you can set up your reminders on here. So I haven't really looked through this section in detail, so let's go to fertilizer here. We'll click on that one. All right, so you can set up the frequency that you want to be fertilizing. Let's say you're using like organic cakes or something in the summer. Changing them out like once a month is pretty typical. So you can set this up to give you a reminder, like on the first of every month or something, to be able to set up like the proper fertilizer schedule. And it's cool down here too. It's got excluded months, so you don't really need fertilizer in certain months of the year. So it's got it automatically set up here, but you can change this and put other months in here that you want to exclude, for example. And because I have this set up in the northern hemisphere, it's giving me the winter months that I don't need fertilizer, and the summer months that I do need fertilizer. But if your climate is just slightly off from this, you can adjust that, which is really cool. And down here it says notifications are not allowed. Give permission here. I just haven't set this up to give permission on my phone quite yet, but I will do that later. So while we're at it here, let's look at some of these others here. So yeah, repotting. This is really cool. You can actually set it up. Right now it's set up for every 2 years to give you a reminder. But if you want to, if you got like a young juniper that you put in there and you know you're going to need to repot it every year, for example, or a much older tree and you want to have it, remind you every 4 or 5 years, you can set it up like that, which is very, very cool. Let's see here. We got winter prep, similar scenario here. And then pest check down at the bottom. Okay. So this you can actually set up a specific date on here. That's very cool. All right. And then down at the bottom, it's got tree history and notes. So that's very cool. Yeah. So you can add specifically what you did on what date and have a full history of the tree on here. So, if you pruned it at a very specific time, you can add that in here. And then the next year, when it comes time, you can set up not only a notification to remind you to do it then, but go back and actually look at what you did in the previous year. Maybe one year you had a juniper that went through a bad season in the spring and it didn't really put out a ton of really good growth in the spring. So you didn't really prune it in June, for example, when you might normally prune it. You can put that note in here. And then the following year, you can kind of reassess the tree based on that particular growing season, which is super cool. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so this is our main collection here. Now on this page too, if you go down below collection here, it says pots and collectibles, but it's grayed out. This is for the pro version, obviously. So if you join the pro version, I guess you can add, I'm not sure what collectibles is exactly. I'll have to look into that later, but pots pretty obvious. You can keep track of, if you're buying expensive like Nakawatari pots, for example, or if you like to collect, American made pots, you can take photos of those pots, upload them on here, and then keep a running list of maybe what you paid for those, for example, or the dimensions of those. So you can go through that catalog and then everything is on your phone rather than having to put it down, on like an Excel sheet or something like that, which makes it difficult to figure out which pots you might have that might match certain trees when it comes time to do repotting in the future. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see here. If we go down to the bottom here, you've got collection, right? So just the one collection. The reminders, if you click on that on the bottom, right, you can mark multiple trees as having been watered, having been fertilized, right? You can select the individual trees down here as well, right? And that's for today, but you can also do that for upcoming days as well, going into the future with exactly what you need here. All right, and then if we go to the very bottom right here, we've got learn. So if we click on that, this will pull up some videos and articles that are from the Bonsai Empire website with some very basic videos, very sort of standard articles here, but kind of a good starting point. Particularly if you're a beginner or even an intermediate, I think this information is really, really good to have on hand here, right? And you can click on, say, watering bonsai, and it'll bring up this information here, right? And you can scroll down through there and read all of this. So really cool kind of inbuilt, almost like a tutorial kind of within your phone. And again, this is the free version. This is all available for free, which is super cool. All right. If you scroll down here, you'll see we've got recommended videos, and they've got the link to some of their courses. You can see my photo is on here. So this is a link to one of my courses that I did with them in the past, but they've got tons of other professionals and other courses that are on there, which is really cool. So if you want to join those, you can click on the link here. Obviously, those are a separate payment if you want to do that. And then you've got very specific tree species videos as well, articles, and then some free previews from the online courses that they have. So that's very, very cool. All right. So, overall as like a free app, I think this is awesome. It's got a lot of features in here that I think, at least for the general practitioner, will help you sort of keep your collection on track. For me as a bonsai professional, I usually in general it's my job to kind of know the trees that I work on. So I usually just have kind of a Rolodex in my head as to when I did what last and what I need to do in the upcoming months. But, if you are a hobbyist and you have a lot of trees, which I know a lot of people, when they first get into the hobby, within the first year, you've got like 100 or 200 trees. It's very, very common. And things can get out of control very, very quickly. To be able to just snap a photo of the tree, put a little bit of information in and have it all on your phone, I think is really cool. I've always said that I think it's hard for apps to really take off in the bonsai world because most people get into bonsai because they're trying to get out of the sort of technological aspect of everyday life. You go to work, you work on a computer, you come home, you're on your phone all the time. You're always watching Netflix or whatever it happens to be. You're always interacting with technology. So when you work on bonsai, it's one of those things where you do it to escape all of that kind of stuff. So I've never really been like a huge proponent of online application stuff, or applications on your phone rather, for managing these things. I think part of it too is that the ones that have been built in the past, most of them anyway, have been pretty clunky and difficult to work with and not very intuitive. So this app in particular, though, just like everything on Bonsai Empire, it's actually well built. It's very, very simple, but it's got a lot of really cool inbuilt features in it. So from that perspective, I think that this has a better shot at possibly taking off within the bonsai world. And I do know, in speaking with their developer, that they have thousands and thousands and thousands of downloads on this already. So people are already using it quite a bit, which I think is really cool. In terms of like whether I think it would be good to upgrade to the pro version of this app, if you're not actually a professional, I would say, for your average person, probably wouldn't matter. You wouldn't need it that much, although there is a limitation with the free version as to how many trees you can upload on here. And I don't know the exact number, but it's not a lot of trees. They give you, a few slots where you can add trees in, but it's not a lot of plants. So if you've got a ton of trees, you're probably going to want to or need to upgrade to the pro version, even though you're not necessarily a bonsai professional. But just to be able to Rolodex everything in here, you're probably going to need to upgrade. As a general hobbyist, though, like if you don't have that many trees, just the free version I think is totally fine. For me as a professional, I've actually been looking for a way to kind of catalog the trees that we're buying here in Japan for Eisei-en Kyoto, to keep up with the history of the trees, because as I buy plants for our garden here, my main focus is on purchasing trees that have some sort of background and provenance and story to them. Same with the pots that we're going to be planting the trees in. So this, I think, is actually going to be a really good program to be able to keep that stuff on track. So I'm actually going to probably join the pro version of this app. And I will be paying my own money to do that, but I will probably end up doing that. One thing that I would say that, and maybe this is available through the pro version, I haven't joined it yet, but I have a feeling it's probably not. And this may be just a recommendation then for the developers of the app. With the free version, obviously you can set reminders and everything and say, what you did when on the tree, like how much fertilizer and all that. You can add those into the notes. But it would be nice to be able to customize those things a little bit more, depending on like the development stage of the tree, for example, whether it's a tree in early development or mid development or in refinement, like being able to specifically input stuff like, your NPK and your micronutrients and more detailed information. Obviously for the free version, you don't need that, but for the pro version, I would hope that would be included, or if it's not, that could be something that could be added in there later. I know it starts to weigh an app down when you start putting too much information in there. But if that was possible to streamline in a way where it was easy to add that information in, I think this could become a very, very functional app for, not only hobbyists, but for professionals as well, to sort of keep things on track. So I would say overall, I would recommend this app to you guys. I think it's again, the first one that I've seen and used where I feel like, okay, I would actually probably use this on a daily basis with my own collection, for the reasons that I've mentioned already. But if you guys are interested in checking it out, I'll put a link, whatever link I can below this video, so you guys can access this. I'll see if I can do like the Android App Store and the iPhone App Store, or if not, I'll see if I can get the Bonsai Empire direct link for this, and then you guys can go check it out for yourselves. But overall, I think it's something that I think might be worthwhile looking into. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short episode here, and hopefully this will help you out in managing your collections as well. So we'll talk to you guys very soon. So until then, take care.